Hello, Terese. Oh, I'm so sorry you're having problems with the enterprise web today. I know it's just driving you crazy. You've got a million things going on. Well, let's see if we can help you. I think I understand what the problem is with the spinning wheel, and this is a problem that is going away over time. Let's see what we can do for you. I think what you're trying to do is you're probably clearing the image out of the event, and that's a good thing. The problem, what's happening, is that you're trying to select an image that may be from the shared file folder, and that image may have permissions from another garrison. So I want to show you how to get around that problem. Let's tap over to another website. This is our training site, and this one that we use so just for the admins, so we don't wreck other people's websites. I'm going to go to the file manager. Let me go to the dashboard tab, and I'll click Files. And I want to show you how to take an image out of the shared file folder and put it into your file folder so it then has your permissions and you don't get that spinning problem. All right, so depending on where you were last time, what we want to do is navigate over to the shared file folder because I want to find any image and pull it into your file folder. All right, so I've clicked Jump to Folder. I'm going to go to the shared file folder, which is maybe where you were. And I could select any image out of here. I don't know what the one was that you were looking for, but maybe it was, oh, let's just pick soccer. This is one that I loaded. And if, for instance, Leia at Fort Bragg had loaded this image, you may not be able to use this image because it may have loaded with her permissions at Fort Bragg. So how do you make this image available to you? Well, here's how. We'll right-click on the image, and we can get the drop-down list. Let's click View. So we can see the image and select it if we want it. It looks pretty good. So we could either do it the hard way and click download the image, or we could either on a Mac or a PC, this works. Let's click the image and drag it over to the desktop. What we're doing is taking this image out of the shared file folders and putting it onto our desktop and making it our own. So it no longer belongs to the enterprise web, and we've destroyed the permissions problem. All right, let's click the X and get out of that. Now we want to navigate over to your file folder. Let's click Jump to Folder, this thing with the squiggly arrow. Let's click Jump to Folder, and now we'll go to the list. So we're going from Shared Files down to your Wiesbaden folder. And I know it's in here. I don't go here very often, but I've seen it a million times. There it is. So let's click your Wiesbaden folder. And you can see here, File Manager, Wiesbaden. Now we know that we're in your file folder. All right. Now let's go to Upload Files, and we're going to take that file that we just loaded from our desktop, and we're going to click and drag it over here into the space. When the green bar loads, then you know it's already loaded into the file manager, and you always have to do the Edit Properties and Sets. Always have to add that information because 5 years down the line, somebody's going to be looking for that image. And all right, so once you've loaded that information and it's all set, it's all ready to go. Now what you've done is you've taken the image from the shared file folders, you've taken the permissions away by loading it onto your desktop and pulled it into your file folder for Wiesbaden, and you've made it your own with your own permissions. And so when you load it into your event, it's loading into your garrison with your permissions, and you should not get that spinning problem. So let me know what happens. Try that. If all else fails, you may be using an old image that was imported over from the, you may be using an old event that was imported over from the, before we migrated, and you may have to create the event all over again. But let me know what happens, and I think that this is going to solve your problem. All right, sorry you're having trouble. Let me know if I can help you. Thanks.